Hello everyone, hi, it's Myra from Myra's Crafting Playground, and here we are, day 2 on the Advent calendar. And actually, I should tell you, oh gosh, why can I never have these things? I had it queued and, oh, stop. I had it queued, ready to go. I told you, we're gonna take it slow.
Every now and then, I think you might like to hear something from us. Nice and easy.
So,
There's just one thing. You see, we never, ever.
keeping that in mind, we're just going to plug along here through our Advent days, and we're going to start it off nice and easy. So yesterday we started off with one of our Christmas kits, the Nutcracker gift tags. And today we are actually going to do some of the November paper pumpkin, just to give you an idea about our paper pumpkin, because right now until December, let me just get that for you, December the, I want to confirm, 9th, here it is, December the 9th, there is a sale on our paper pumpkin subscriptions, that's what I want, subscriptions. Nobody's getting drugs, we're getting subscriptions. Okay, so normally 3 months would be $110.25, and right now if you do the prepaid it's $82.75 for 3 months. 6 months normally $220.50, and right now you can get it for $165.50. And there's also a 12-month subscription, which would normally cost you $441, which is available at $331. So what is Paper Pumpkin? Paper Pumpkin is a monthly box that's delivered to your home, and I brought up this upstairs. Right now everything's in my living room because I have a tag class coming this Saturday, and so a lot of my supplies are down there. But I just grabbed a box to bring up what I wanted to bring, and normally it would be an orange box, but one of these Stampin' Up! Boxes. It usually, Paper Pumpkin comes in an orange box though, and it comes pretty much like the kit with instructions. And so this is November's kit, and we are just going to again give you an idea of what comes in a Paper Pumpkin kit. So we're going to do one of the boxes from it's actually, I have some here that are somewhat put together, so I'm going to put my fingers here to strategically hold it. But it's a little box, gift card size, cute as a button. And remember, with Paper Pumpkin, you don't know what you're getting. It's a surprise each month. It could be a little project like this. This is more of a 3D project. It could be a card kit. So see, it's waxed inside, so if you wanted to, you could probably put in some baked goods if you wanted to. But like I said, I do believe it's gift card size or credit card size. Not that you're giving away your credit cards, but you know, I'm just saying it's that size. And so what do you get? Well, I've sort of divided it out already, but we did get enough for 8 different boxes. So here's 3 boxes that will go along with a red gift tag with the backing of Old Olive. And then there's another set of 3, only because I have 2 put aside that I've already half made. That's why there's only 3 here. Otherwise I'd have 4 in my hand. But there's another set which just has the opposite. So this is Old Olive, and this is either cherry, I think it's cherry copper. It looks quite deep. And that's sort of beige. So there are 6 more waiting to be made. So we'll go through putting one of the boxes together, and I can finish off putting together one of the tags again, because we're starting nice and easy. Okay, so what else comes in the box? Well, you do get stamps. Okay, I was concerned I was holding it. So this one says a gift for you. This one says sending a little Christmas cheer. From our house to your house, to from, with love, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And of course these can be used in your regular card making as well, or scrapbooking. They, you know, just because they come in paper pumpkin doesn't mean you use them once and toss them out. Heck no, they're for everything. So it comes with a bunch of wreaths, which are beige on one side, green on the other. I won't tell you what I thought when I saw these, but anyway. And these come, they're dark green on one side, light green on the other. I have one twisted about right now. We get two different types of floral. There's this one, which is beige again, and green on the other. So you can flip them between one and the other, and make different, you know, if you want one sprig to be green, one sprig to be beige, you get the idea. So there's all of that. There's enough bows for each of the boxes, and there's a little piece that comes out from the middle to make it a proper bow, like that. And there are some labels. Of course, twine, because you've got to have a way to put them to the package. There's a Old Olive ink spot, and you get an ink spot in each and every paper pumpkin, so each month it's a different color. A great way to build up your colors if you're not into buying the full, oh pardon me, I said Old Olive, it's Mossy Meadow. If you're not into buying the whole ink pad, of course you get your glue dots and dimensionals along with your embellishments and your stamp pad that I alluded to. And before I put that down, you know what? I should have worn this yesterday. What was I thinking? This would have been perfect. Would have been perfect, but I didn't. Anyway, all right. So we're not going to worry about my hat, because my hat might fall off as I look down. It's quite heavy. I'm having to balance it a bit. But we are going to get started. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to put all of this down here. Oh my goodness. Not enough room on my desk, but you know that, don't you? Oh dear. Here we go. Back down to the desk. How's that? Okay. We're going to be working on the side a little bit. I think I momentarily might take off my Nutcracker hat because there's just too much going on here. All right. So first of all, I'll move some of these things out of the way. I'll move these into the picture, and we'll grab this, and we'll move this. All right, I think we're ready. Now, I don't like that light. I'm not sure what's better. All right, we'll figure this out. There we go, that looks much better. Okay, you can see it now. So what we've got is, I've got two of the boxes made already, but I think just to show you, we're going to grab one more and show you how easy this is. This is all pre-scored. You can see that in the light there. So I'm just going to work on all the scored lines and get them bent. Fold them all in, so when I need to get them where they're going, they're not going to fight me. Let's move these out of the way for a moment. I seem to have misplaced my bone folder. All right. We can adapt. We're crafters. Nothing is ever wrong. It's just a new challenge, right? So we're going to use this popsicle stick and just make sure we get all of our corners folded. The lid isn't as strategic because I'm not going to seal that at this point, so I won't worry too much about this. So I'm going to pop these in, and I'm going to pop these in, so both of my little edges are going to go in so that my back and my front go up. I'm going to fold this little box in and tuck in the tab, so there's a tab that's tucked in there, and I'll turn this around. I don't know, maybe it's better to show you this way, and I'm going to tuck in those tabs again and just fold that edge over. And because I sort of burnished them a little bit, they just go easy. So see, it's already together, and it's going to stay together, and the little tabs come out through there. And so when I close my little box, I can just pop that all in like that. Okay, so then all I have to do I'm not sure, one of my tags. And again, the instructions are all here for you. So these are all the things that you need. So for one of them, which one do I have? Okay, I am going to actually work on this one. It's just a little bit. So for this one, it's telling me that I can go ahead and stamp sending a little Christmas cheer from our house to your house. So again, whatever works for you. I'm just going to pop that up there, a little bit out of the way, and I'll break into my ink spot here. Probably should have opened this before, or brought my full pad, which is downstairs, but I didn't. So we may as well use it. It's here. So I've just peeled it off a bit so I can seal it back again. So I've got my little ink spot. I am going to need a block, and I have a small selection of blocks right under here. So you know what, I'm going to, even though it says, well actually, that's fine. I'm going with a gift for you because I think that's fairly universal. And again, when you have a new polymer stamp, usually the first thing you want to do is to just give it a rub so it's a little bit more opaque looking, and that just gets rid of some of the manufacturing oils or whatever, so that your ink will stick a bit better. So I am just going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. I'm going to, now I've mixed all of this up, I'm going to stamp on the back of my tag, and I kind of hold it there for about 5 seconds or so that the ink transfers nicely. I have a nice clear crisp stamp. Alright, so we're done with that. I'm just going to pop that to the side. I'll wash it later. I'm going to reach in and grab my To From stamp so that I can, and again I'm just going to give it a bit of a smudge. We'll grab our ink spot, stamp our To From, And just put it on there. Hold for a minute. Not literally. Uh-oh. Guess who didn't do a good hold? All right. And so that's pretty good for having picked it up off the paper. Shows up again. All right, so I have that done. Now I'm going to just grab these two pieces of sprigs. So we're going to have our holes together there. So these tell you what they expect you to do. So there are glue dots that would go in strategic places on strategic places of this one. Okay, which one do I want on top? Green? I think I'll do green on top. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue dots. It shows you on the picture. Let's see if I can do that. It shows you a glue dot there, 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 and there. And then on the ribbon here, it shows you a dimensional. And then we've got more glue dots here and here that are going to put this one down on the red tag. So I'm just going to follow the instructions. And all right, so let's start with okay. So this is going to be white, so I'm going to put my glue dots on the top. I'm just following the diagram. It says a glue dot in this clump. It suggests a glue dot down over here and one more over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 glue dots. Perfect. And then on this one, so that's going to go down, that'll be white. And then this one, we have a glue dot up at the top, one over here. And I mean, if you're in the neighborhood of where they should go, like don't worry. Like this isn't critical as to where your glue dots go. What we're trying to do is just spread them out so that things are secure when they get put together, and that's really the way it goes. So we've done our stamping, even though I chose to do a little bit different. I could put my dimensional over here, get this ready, put the dimensional over here on the bow. So I'm going to put that one right in there. Perfect. And then I will need some twine. And I thought I had some that was open, but I don't see it right now. So again, we'll just dive in and use this. There we go. And it says 12 inches. I think that's a bit generous. I don't know that I would be needing 12 inches, so I'm just going to cut a little bit less with, they have a bow tied there. We'll see how that goes. I'm just going to put my string through. Like I said yesterday, I like to go in from the back, so I have that little loop-de-loo in the front. I should be doing all of this on camera instead of in my lap. So we've got our pieces there. Okay, so now I'm going to put, see how easy this is though? I mean, and you would have 8 gift boxes ready to go. Like, you could do this in probably, I don't know, a couple of hours at worst, and you'd have them ready to go. And similarly, when our different kits have cards, I know for myself I've done some of the kits. Well, I subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, of course I do. Now I'm going to put this down. It doesn't tell me particularly where, but I can't be blocking the hole, so I'm just going to put it down there. Now the only thing I'm going to do is at the top there's these knobbies, round circle shapes, and I'm just going to match the round circle shapes and look at how the overlay looks on the greenery. So we're going to match the circles. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to match the circles, but then I'm going to just go sort of off to the side, put it down, give it a smack so it doesn't go anywhere. My ribbon is already in there. The instructions suggest a dimensional to keep these two together. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I mean, I could definitely put a dimensional there. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and follow the instructions. So independent, but you don't have to. That's the beauty of this. You don't have to follow the instructions. You can do whatever floats your boat. Like it's just, you know, these are the pieces that you're given. Maybe you make one that's like the instruction, and then you take the rest of the supplies and be creative with them and do something a little bit different. Or like I said yesterday, if you're just inclined to just relax and follow the instructions and not have to worry about thinking, then you're good to go. So I could tie a bow up here if I want. I'm not sure that I do. I'm just going to put it on there, and where's my bow? I'm going to add my bow. Put that on top of the nubby as well. Look at that. And then I have a greeting, which I can stamp, and let's see what we've got in this wonderful stamp set. Let's take off the 2 stamps that I've used already. We're going to go with a Merry Christmas because we've got to get ourselves into the Christmas mood. Now when I'm putting words on a block, I tend to put it down on the paper because you put it on the block, it sort of sticks at one end and then it shifts and then it's all curly-Q. So I just put it down flat on the paper so it's not going to stick on anything, and I put my block on top. And that way I'm pretty sure it's not curved or some other way going to be wonky. And again, I'm just rubbing those manufacturing oils off of there. I'm going to stamp up my Merry Christmas. And I'm going to take my little banner here, get my little noggin over this, press down, give it a 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's my Merry Christmas. I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to break out some of these wonderful embellishments that I've been given. They're little red berry type nubbies. And what am I going to do with them? It says I should have 3 on there. See, it says 3 here. You can't see that. It does show me that it wants me to have 3. Although when I look at this, I think there's 3 in there, but I'm not really sure. So, again, creative license, right? We can do what we want to do. You can follow the instructions, or you can get a little wild and crazy. And so I think, well, that was wild. Did you see how that went flying? You wouldn't believe where I found. So I'm just going to stick some where I would see them on the tag. And I know we always work in like 3s or 5s, and we want to drag our eye. We want to drag our eye across the whole picture. So let's strategically, we don't want to put it in a triangle, but we don't want to put it so it's like totally aligned. So I don't know, maybe I'm going to put this one right on that branch there. There you go. Okay, you know what? I'm happy with that. I might actually take some Wink of Stella, although I don't think I have one up here. You do know about Wink of Stella, right? Wink of Stella is this wonderful transparent glitter pen that just leaves a little bit of glitter on your work. I love the Wink of Stella. And yes, that's downstairs too, where my class will be. Whoops. You know what? Let's put this right on. Because we can put this on. We know where that's going to go. And I'm happy with this. I think this is a great gift box. Stampin' Up! You knocked it out of the park with this. It's really, really cute, impressive. Whoever's going to be receiving this will be unlikely, will be wanting to not take it apart, or will hang on to it and might even re-gift it. But I think that is absolutely cute as a button. And like I said, you get to make 8. So that was November's Paper Pumpkin. I don't know if there's still some in stock. I know I just had one arrive today. So I actually can make 16 of these bad boys. 16! Wow! Mind you, I have a ton of grandkids in the family, so they might be all getting a box because all they want is cash. So that'll work for that too. A little cash box, can you imagine? Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me on day 2. And I'll be rolling. I gotta come up with Christmas songs, but I'm sorry. Tina Turner, Mary Turner, oh my God. Mary Turner is the Christmas version of Tina Turner, didn't you know? Anyway, she came right in my head, and that's why we started singing that, because I know she starts off easy. So, thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.